Bistro 1907 Test Kitchen, aka Mark Canzonetta's home. He has invited all of us to his home to see exactly how this process happens. Mark, first of all, thanks for having us.
Oh, it's an honor to have you guys here. It's great.
This is your element. This is your place. This is
we built this so we can both entertain and we can shoot things like this.
And
we can shoot videos.
I was gonna say, what you've got lined up here is tremendous. I cannot wait. So
yeah, so we're gonna do our Redeye. We're gonna do our Redeye Ribeye. Typically, Redeye means ham steak with Redeye gravy, but we're gonna turn that into a ribeye, and we're gonna make that ribeye into a Redeye Ribeye. So we're gonna take this beautiful Angus prime ribeye. We're gonna do our signature 1907 coffee rub, and we're gonna be very generous with that coffee rub on top of it. And we're gonna press that in. One thing when you're cooking steaks at home, you wanna realize, you wanna bring that steak or that meat up to room temperature before you put it in the oven so it cooks evenly. So it's very important. We're gonna lay down some grapeseed oil.
Now, you are a big advocate for using locally sourced everything.
Exactly. So now we're gonna put the ribeye in. Be careful when you're doing that at home, because as you just saw, it snapped on me. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to build layers of flavor. We're trying to build a bark on that. You can already smell that peppercorn. You can already smell that coffee. There's a little bit of garlic.
So
we have some
good.
French sea salt in there, so it's gonna be great. What we're trying to do is build that bark on there, build that layer of flavor, that layer of texture. We're gonna flip it over, we're gonna put it in the oven at 375 degrees to finish cooking, and then we're gonna come back and make the Redeye gravy, and we're gonna make the onion rings that go with that. I mean, look at that beautiful. What we call in culinary terms, that's called the Maillard. That is the caramelization, the browning of the sugars and the proteins in the meat. So look at that beautiful color, and that's texture and flavor. So we're gonna take that now, we're gonna flip it, get rid of this. We're gonna take this beautiful cast iron skillet, which has been in my family for about 100 years.
Now, how do you wash those things? Because I hear
just a little bit of soap, a little bit of water.
Not too much scrubbing, right?
Not too much scrubbing. You put it in the oven, and we're gonna come back and make that beautiful Redeye gravy and the onion rings that go on top.
Genius. This is why I hang out with him.
That's why I hang out with you. Cheers. So the ribeye's rested, it came out of the oven. Look at how the color is on that amazing steak. We're gonna add some garlic cloves to build some layers of flavor. We're gonna add some fresh thyme. We're gonna add a little bit more of that rub on the outside of the pan. A little bit of butter.
This looks so simple.
Does that look, because it is simple. Cooking is simple as long as you know the basics.
You really do. That's what I'm hoping people at home are gathering, because I, as you know, have always been overwhelmed by things like this.
Yeah.
You've always made it a lot simpler.
Yeah, so
really
that's what we try to do. We try to teach simple techniques with great food. So now we're gonna deglaze with some bourbon. We might get a little fire there. So we're gonna pull this up. We're gonna probably get a little bit of fire.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. Now we're gonna add some jus. This is our 24-hour bone broth. It is a key feature to everything that we're gonna be doing at Bistro 1907. This is simmered for 24 hours.
Oh my goodness.
The richness, the depth of flavor. We're gonna add some of that beef bone broth to this. Okay? We're gonna bring that up to a boil. We have these beautiful tempura onion rings. The steak is cooked. Look at the crust on that steak. We're gonna put these onion rings on the steak. This is the Redeye Ribeye. Look at how beautiful we're building this steak. Have you ever seen a steak like that?
I can't say that I have.
Garnish it with a little bit of chives. We're gonna move this away. We have that sauce reducing in the pan. That Redeye gravy with that beautiful 24-hour bone broth, the bourbon, the thyme, and now we're gonna pour it over the top. And it's just gonna be spectacular. Like something you've never tasted before. Lauren.
Mark.
Look at this steak.
What the heck, man?
This is a great steak.
This is
It's my
dream
favorite
come true.
steak ever.
You know what I like?
Ribeye has so much unctuous fat.
You know I like hot dogs.
I know you like hot dogs.
This is not
we actually
that.
did a great April Fool's gag with hot dogs. So
your cookbook's over there.
I know it is over there.
Your cookbook
but I want you to
hot
taste this. Look at that perfect medium rare.
Look at
Dip it into the Redeye gravy.
Okay. I follow orders.
I do. I'm gonna take a piece, and then you're gonna enjoy the crunch and the crisp of those tempura onion rings. Wow.
And that's why we're friends.
Exactly. And to build this dish with that bourbon cocktail,
Cheers to you, my friend. Bistro 1907, downtown Youngstown, Mark Canzonetta.
Absolutely.
Make a reservation.
Redeye Ribeye.
Absolutely great stuff. Congratulations, my friend.
Thank you.
I'm so
Thank you
proud
so
of
much. Thank you. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.